Growing up, UConn's women's basketball was the dynasty I watched and actually followed as a casual fan. I watched as they went on major winning streaks, including a period of time where they won 111 straight games, and was captivated by the multiple national championships during that insane run. All good things must come to an end, and something new usually comes in to replace that though. We saw something like that happen with the passing of the torch between the Patriots and Chiefs. You make the argument we are watching it happen in college football, going from Alabama to Georgia, but you can never count out Nick Saban. In women's basketball, we have seen the torch pass to South Carolina, the reigning national champions who seem primed to add another trophy to their trophy case. But how has South Carolina become so dominant? Let's talk about that. South Carolina began playing women's basketball in 1923, but the modern era for the program began when they took the court in 1974, going 15-7 in their first season, winning the AIAW championship. During their 8 seasons in the Metro Conference, which would later become the Conference USA, the Lady Gamecocks won 5 regular season championships and 3 conference tournaments. When they eventually joined the SEC, they struggled for their first decade in one of the strongest conferences in women's basketball. Nancy Wilson and Susan Walvis struggled as their head coaches, and they failed to make the NCAA tournament between 1991 and 2002. Walvis finally broke through in 2002 with a 25-7 record, reaching the Elite Eight, and in 2003 they went 23-8, making it to the second round of the tournament. In 2008, she resigned as head coach, and Dawn Staley took over the Gamecocks program. Staley has found success at everything she's done. She is a Hall of Fame player and coach. She won 3 Olympic gold medals with Team USA as a player and a 4th as a coach. She carried the United States flag at the opening ceremony of the 2004 Summer Olympics and was named one of the top 15 players in WNBA history in 2011. But before she achieved all that, she was a kid growing up in Philadelphia. During her senior year at Merle Dobbins Tech High School, she was named the National High School Player of the Year. She decided to attend Virginia, where she led the Cavaliers to 3 Final Four appearances and to the national championship. She was named the ACC Female Athlete of the Year and National Player of the Year in both 1991 and 1992. She finished her college career with 2,135 points and the NCAA record for steals with 454, which has since been broken. She finished her career at Virginia as the school's all-time leading scorer and as the ACC's all-time leader in assists at 729. But those records have since been broken by former UVA stars Monica Wright and Sharni Zoll, respectively. Her number 24 is retired at UVA. She played professionally in Europe before joining the ABL and WNBA. In 1996, she played for the Richmond Rage of the American Basketball League, leading them to the ABL Finals in 1997. After the season, the team moved to Philadelphia, and she was named an All-ABL second team the following year. In 1999, she was selected 9th overall by the Charlotte Sting of the WNBA, leading them to the championship in 2001. She played professionally until the 2006 season, being named a 6-time WNBA All-Star. Originally, Staley had no interest in becoming a coach, but was approached by Temple Athletic Director Dave O'Brien in 2000. O'Brien tried to bring her onto the coaching staff, which she resisted at first. O'Brien changed his tactics and challenged her to identify some ways to turn the program around. She was still playing in the WNBA at the time, and her friends told her it would be impossible to continue playing and coaching at the same time. That challenge convinced her she should give coaching a try and accepted the position of head coach at Temple. In her first season in 2000 to 2001, Temple advanced to the WNIT. In 2001, 2002, and 2004, her teams won the Atlantic 10 tournament to qualify for the NCAA tournament. In 2005, Staley's Owls went 28-4, including a perfect 19-0 against Atlantic 10 opponents. However, they lost in the second round of the NCAA tournament to Rutgers University. Staley reached the 100-win plateau in the A10 semifinals versus Xavier University that season, becoming the fastest coach in women's basketball to achieve that feat. In 2008, she took over as the head coach of South Carolina and had a rebuilding project on her hands, with the Gamecocks coming off 2 losing seasons. South Carolina slowly built their program under Staley, who watched as her teams got better and better each year before achieving the number 1 overall ranking and making it to the Final Four during the 2015 season. The following year, they went undefeated in SEC play before being upset in the Sweet 16 by Syracuse. The Gamecocks would win their 3rd consecutive SEC title in 2017, advanced to their 2nd Final Four in school history, and won their first national title over conference rival Mississippi State. Staley became the second African American to lead a women's basketball team to a national championship. Carol Peck had coached Purdue to the 1999 national championship herself. After the 2017 win, the Post and Courier listed Staley first in their rankings of the top 25 most powerful people in South Carolina sports. In 2020, the Gamecocks finished the season going 13-1, winning another SEC title, and Staley swept the National Coach of the Year polls to become the first person to win the award both as a player and a coach. Unfortunately, the NCAA tournament would be canceled due to the events of 2020. The following year, South Carolina made it back to the Final Four, where they lost a controversial game to Stanford. They finished with the #1 recruiting class in the nation, securing 3 of the top 4 recruits in the class, and Staley signed a massive 7-year, $22.4 million extension. During the 2022 season, South Carolina's calling card en route to the national championship was their dominant defense led by Naismith Defensive Player of the Year, Aliyah Boston. They finished the year going 35-2 behind Boston and Zia Cooke's 16.4 and 15.9 points per game, as both finished as All-Americans. They out-rebounded their opponents by an average of 14.8 rebounds per game and scored almost 20 points a game off second-chance opportunities. They beat UConn in the title game 64-49. So far this season, South Carolina women's basketball has been the most dominant team in the NCAA, going 36-0 and reaching its 3rd straight Final Four. Some of the factors that have contributed to their success are the leadership of head coach Staley, who has built a powerhouse program that has won 127 games over the past 4 calendar years, including 2 Final Four appearances and a national title. The talent and versatility of their star player, Aliyah Boston, who averages 16.4 points, 11.6 rebounds, and 3.1 blocks per game, and is a finalist for the Naismith Trophy. The depth and balance of their roster, which features 6 players who average at least 8 points per game and can play multiple positions. South Carolina has done a great job when it comes to attendance numbers, with both the fans and administration buying into the women's program. In September, South Carolina's NIL collective, Garnet Trust, organized a program that would pay each women's basketball player an average of $25,000 each season through NIL initiatives. The collective provides in-person and online opportunities for the players, but most of their actual sponsorship deals happen through the players' individual agents, a collective spokesperson told Front Office Sports. The entire women's basketball team works with Under Armour too, most recently helping revive its classic Protect This House campaign in a new ad alongside Steph Curry and Kelsey Plum. Dawn Staley has changed women's basketball both as a player and a coach, and has built a special program over the past decade and a half at South Carolina. South Carolina went from a middling SEC team to a Power 5 juggernaut that regularly attracts nationally recognized players and high-level marketing deals. South Carolina will face Iowa in the Final Four on Friday, April 1st, in a matchup of the 2 highest-scoring teams that have not met before this season. The Gamecocks are battle-tested and ready to go, and hope to go down as one of the greatest women's college teams of all time. This Final Four matchup is a game you are not going to want to miss. The game tips off at 9 p.m. on Friday on ESPN. What do you think? Is South Carolina a dynasty in college basketball, and who is your favorite basketball program? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos right here. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe for more college sports content. Thank you so much for watching. I could not be more thankful for y'all. You guys make this all possible for me, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.